Welcome, everyone, to MPIT's Weekly Talk. I'm Paul.
I'm George.
What's up? Tonight, we're going to be talking a little bit about some of our upcoming investigations we have and some of the results we got from the Holly Hotel investigation.
Oh yeah.
Let's start out with the Holly Hotel. Basically, we're going to jump right into things here. We had a pretty outstanding investigation. Some of the EVPs were just nonstop, man. And we had a couple of personal experiences. I know you probably had a few yourself. I know I felt tugging on my clothing, and there's rumored to be a little girl that haunts that place.
Well, yeah. We were in one of the rooms and we were asking her to make the EMF spike, and we reward her with a toy.
Right.
So we'd basically say, okay, it's at a 0.7 now. Take it up to a 1.5, and it climbs slowly right up to 1.5. We're like, okay, take it up to a 2.5. Climb, take it right up. So we left the toy there for her.
Well, at one point, it was all the way in the red. It was buried. I mean, the EMF.
Oh yeah, especially in the other rooms.
Yeah.
Man, they were just hot.
Big time. And for those of you that aren't aware of the Holly Hotel, it's in Holly, Michigan. It's been rumored to be one of the most, if not the most haunted hotel in Michigan. A lot of history. I know we've had one of our presidents ate dinner there. We've had Tim Allen, who used to work at the hotel. He's a comedy club individual, specialist, whatever you call him.
Very small comedy club down there.
Down
That's really cool.
Before he became famous.
It's charming.
Yeah, it's nice and dark and creepy as well. We've had numerous other people, celebrities that have visited there. And obviously I can't name everyone that's been there, but there's been a number of famous people. You can check it out. They have a website you can go to and check it out online, or you can go visit the Holly Hotel. It's actually not a hotel anymore. It was many years ago. It's been converted into a restaurant, and they kept the name, the Historic Holly Hotel, for historic reservation, or to reserve the past history of it.
Yeah.
It sits on Battle Alley Drive, and one little theory about Battle Alley is there used to be a lot of bloody fights there. I mean, people back in the early 1900s were literally stabbings, shootings, even rapes and things of that nature would happen right there.
Yeah.
There was a lot of drunks that used to hang out there and actually fight and beat each other up, and it was just, I imagine more than one person has been killed on that.
A lot has happened, plus the 2 fires that happened. I mean, that's just, it's a lot.
Exactly. 1913 and I believe 1978 were the 2 fires. Now, one historic fact is they were able to use some of the burnt material to restore the building with. So a lot of the original artifact has been put back into it and kept the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah, they showed a lot of it to us, and you wouldn't even know.
Yeah, I mean, it looks just like
wow.
It normally did. I mean, it's amazing how it survived 2 fires and many years of change, in that area. It's an amazing place to visit.
When you're standing out in the street, like looking down, what's the name of the street?
Battle Alley Drive.
Battle Alley Drive. You're looking down the street, you actually feel like you're in the 30s and 40s, just looking down. It's really cool.
Oh, it is. I mean,
just being there in general was really fun.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a great place to visit. You get that small hometown feeling. I mean, most of the houses out there built in the 1800s.
Yep. Very old area.
More like you're going into a greenfield village, except it's an actual town. I mean, it's just wonderful.
Fully functional.
I mean, it's definitely a place to visit. The Renaissance festivals there every year.
Yep.
And that brings back a lot of history to it right there.
I was there the day before.
Yep. So if you get a chance, check out hollyhotel.com. And if you make your way up to Holly, Michigan, it's about an hour drive if you live in the downriver area of Michigan. Check it out. If you're an investigator and you got a team, contact the owner of the building and make reservations to go there. I'm not going to disclose that information on here only because I don't know what her policy is on that. We weren't given permission to disclose her information about contacting her, but if you wish to do an investigation, just simply call the Holly and ask for the owners, and they'll direct you either to a voicemail or give you a number to contact, and you can talk with one of them about doing an investigation.
We're even talking about possibly going back there in October.
Yeah, in October we have our sites set on going back there. Some of the claims are that it's more active during Halloween time there. And
How much more can it get than that?
yeah.
I mean, even though not a whole lot happened while we're there, the evidence really is almost overwhelming.
Yeah, we didn't see any signs of ghosts just running around visually in front of us, but through EVPs and our EMF readings and just the feeling of something being watched and constant. The energy was so thick in there.
Oh yeah,
definitely feel something's up.
We walked right in. We're like, okay, we can do this. It was pretty strong.
And I recommend it. I mean, if you're a team and you just started out maybe, or you've been doing it for a long time, check it out. They do welcome investigations. Another location that's of interest is the Whitney Restaurant in Detroit. 2 years ago, I had a opportunity to actually go there and investigate the Whitney Hotel, and I think it's probably more active than Holly.
Really?
Yeah, I could be wrong. I mean, it depends on what somebody else thinks. It's opinion. I think it has more activity, but then again, the Holly in somebody else's eyes may say, well, no, it's definitely got more activity. But either way, they're both haunted.
Well, why don't we judge for ourselves? Or you guys can judge for yourselves.
The only issue I'm having with the Whitney is that the management over there doesn't want investigations done the way they used to want them. And I told them that we were going to come back, and they're like, well, right now we're not allowing it, but maybe we could talk them into it and see if we can go back there and possibly
fair enough,
gather some more evidence. But when I was there 2 years ago, I actually seen the carpet on one of the floors, like indentation marks where somebody was walking. You could actually see the floor sinking in where somebody was walking across the floor. And me and Matt were just looking at it like, holy crap, unbelievable. This is really happening. And the lady that was giving us a tour was just freaking out. She was, oh, you guys can go here, you guys can go there. I'm not going there. There's this one closet in one of the rooms.
I know you guys are like, let's go to the deepest, darkest corner possible.
Oh, and we do. I mean, we're right in there. In fact, the basement, a lot of activity down there. No lights on. I mean, we were walking with night vision, and all you could hear is just thumping and banging, and the machines turning on and off and stuff, and air conditioning units, heat, whatever it is.
Similar at the Holly. We were down in that little, what was that? A little tunnel area, was it?
Mm-hmm.
It was a closed off tunnel, but we all stayed in there separately at times, and you could hear little voices in there, thumping's going on. It was pretty cool.
A lot of activity in there, definitely. And but if we can get the Whitney, it's on Woodward in Detroit. It's a pretty haunted place, I'd have to say. I pretty much, me and Matt were able to figure there's definitely some activity. Normally we go and we try to disprove a haunting. I mean, if we go to a residential case, they may think they have a ghost, but we go in with skepticism, obviously, and we have the ability to decide for ourselves whether or not a place could be haunted or not. Of course, sometimes it's like it's up in the air. Is it haunted or is it not? Well, there could be something there, but then again, we try to, like I said, we disprove things.
You got to take things with a grain of salt, what people say, and
right. Because
go in and make your own conclusion.
The thing is with hauntings is that if certain medications can cause hallucinations. I know, obviously, if you're using illegal drugs, even if you drink a lot, they can cause you to psychologically see things. And bad plumbing can also cause hallucinations. I mean,
high EMFs, natural in the house.
Yep, high EMF readings that are constantly going way above normal can definitely cause health issues.
So before you call us, get that checked out.
Yeah, I mean, obviously if we come out,
we'll come out anyway.
Exactly. I mean, with the wire default in the wires, or appliances or whatever, electro objects obviously have EMF readings that come out of them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everything has an EMF source. It's electronic. But if you have bad wiring in your home, for example, and it's just spiking big time, chances are it could be faulty wires. But being exposed to high EMF is bad for your health. It's bad. Nausea, vomiting, fatigue, hallucinations are a common symptom of being exposed to high EMF.
You always feel like you're being watched.
Yeah.
And your house might not even be haunted at all.
Thing is out there is that your brain controls your body. If your brain's being affected by something like high electromagnetic readings, it's going to make your body act weird. Your brain is your main computer system. That goes haywire, you start to act funny. See things, you'll act weird, you'll feel tired, whatever. So make sure that if you have high EMF readings, you want to get that taken care of. If it's caused by faulty wiring or bad appliances, get that changed, get it checked. EMF readers, you can buy one online for $30. It's a simple way to check and make sure that you don't have anything wrong. It's natural. Now,
Right.
Unnatural readings would be unusual spikes in EMF that have no known cause. Like there's no electronic wiring that's gone bad or electronic equipment that is malfunctioning. If everything's working properly, the EMF's still spiking all around you. You can't figure out where it's coming from. It could mean something's there, because ghosts carry electromagnetic energy.
All in the same.
All in the yeah. And they can manifest not only through appliances, through video cameras, through us even. They can drain our energy and manifest themselves. And the fact is, if you do have anything defaulty, get it taken care of. A lot of times that's what it is. When we go to a house, we can explain what's going on.
I've been to plenty of things where there is no spiritual activity going on. And some places we go to, we just kind of scratch our heads and we're like, well,
we try
that's
to find
a tough one.
Right, we try to find the obvious causes first, and if we can't do it and we claim paranormal activity, then that's what we do. We are believers, obviously, but we also know that a lot of cases, even most cases, hauntings are kind of are not really there.
Yeah.
That's not saying that an energy or entity is not present. Doesn't mean it's haunting the place.
And for a lot of you out there, paranormal means when something is not quite normal.
Right.
When you can't explain it.
Above normal.
Yes.
If something goes flying off your counter that you can't explain how that happened, that would be a paranormal incident.
Yes.
If there's a high breeze and your paper towel goes flying off your counter, well, that's not so paranormal.
No.
But
a lot of people can get it confused.
Yeah, there's people that just think, ooh, a ghost did that. The truth is, ghosts can do things like that, but so can the wind. So can a lot of things. So you always want to expect obvious causes first. You always want to rule anything out that's normal. Some people can't do that. Sometimes natural things can be hard to identify.
Mm-hmm.
And you might hear a thumping or a banging come from somewhere. It could be your pipeline. There's been cases where people's plumbing, their pipes have gone bad and they rattle and do all kinds of stuff and it causes concern. But once they realize what it is, they're calm. So
yep.
Pretty much that's what we wanted to talk about for our first segment. We just wanted to touch base on a couple of our investigations coming up in our Holly Hotel experience,
and we'll get into some other ones, and we'll keep everybody posted.
Yeah, every week we're gonna talk about something different, but we need to have your emails and your comments, suggestions, whatever, sent in to us so we can have more to talk about. If you have any questions, feel free to hit us up. We're here to answer them. If we don't get an answer right away, not to worry, we'll get one for you.
Yep.
Alright, so anyway, just make sure MichiganParanormal09@gmail.com is our email address.
Or right here on YouTube.
Exactly, so just check us out on the YouTube channel. Again, feel free to send us your comments, questions, and suggestions. In the meantime, we're going to go ahead and end this segment. It's 15 minutes, that's all we're allowed to pretty much post right now. Mm-hmm. So I think we've covered, for the first time, we covered basics. And then next time we talk, which will be a week from now, we'll discuss a little bit more about equipment and other topics of interest, and go from there. All right. Thanks, guys, for checking us out. I'm Paul.
I'm George.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.